Systems engineering managed security can collect and correlate data from numerous infrastructure devices, server operating systems, and applications. In the basic setup of our infrastructure, per organization or per customer, we will install a collector server system at each customer site. That collector server system will actively and passively collect logs. For example, for infrastructure devices, it may collect syslog data from routers, firewalls, and switches, whereas it'll utilize WMI to log into servers to get the event logs. It also supports SNMP and can harvest logs from various applications like antivirus. It can also monitor things like intrusion prevention systems, firewalls, switches, routers, and both Windows and Unix type systems, and is extensive in its coverage. The device that we put on site is a virtual machine that can be installed within the customer VMware infrastructure, or if the customer prefers, it can be delivered on a pre-built 1U server. Here's an overview of what can be monitored. This is what we're looking at when we're provisioning a customer. The first thing we do is to work with the customer to get a set of credentials for the device types, including administrative login to servers and access to firewalls and switches. Once those devices are configured, we will associate them into a group and then test them with different IP address hosts. For example, this is a group of Windows servers. Once the devices have been added, we'll then configure discovery. This is where our system discovers and enrolls the device, after which we'll be continuously monitoring it. The way our managed security system works is that the collector server will collect the logs. It'll normalize them for insertion into the database and will then compress them with a ratio of between 8 and 12 to 1. It will then upload them to our central multi-tenant database over an encrypted SSL connection. We size collector servers to include some caching so that the consistency of logs will be maintained in the event of an internet connection failure. The information will be collected and then securely cached on the hard drive of the collector server until the internet connection becomes available once again, after which the cached information will be transmitted to our central cluster until the cache is clear. Once the data gets to our central cluster, it's imported into the database and is parsed. While the parsing is performed, the system will look for any thresholds that have been met or exceeded based on the predefined rule sets. If those thresholds are met or exceeded, then a notification is sent to our managed security team, and we will respond accordingly. Here you can see the last 2 hours of events for this particular organization. There are many more rules that we can enable upon request, but typically only rules deemed to be important to the customer will be configured. The information in the database is also made available for forensic look-back searches. For example, if you're interested in knowing who made a change to a particular firewall. Using this data, we can examine history to identify the issuance of a certain command or change. Next, we'll do a deeper dive into the forensic look-back capabilities of the service.